workers, the people that keep us connected to the electric, that when we get a natural disaster like a Sandy, and we're all home, taking care of our families, putting our homes back together, his members are out there worried more about us than their own families. Mr. Patty Giudice, he's been a member of IBW since 49, since July of 1981. He became a union steward in 1988 and developed his passion for protecting the rights and the respect of his members. He was a founding member of the Locals Government Affairs Committee and served with great distinction with Ellen Redmond, who's here this evening also, that does great work for 1049 also. He became a business representative in 2004 and the senior business rep in 2012. He was a lead organizer in the Cablevision organizing drive back in 1994 and was on the organizing committee for this local. Patty is a member of the IBW Utility Labor Council, addressing legislative issues for their union. And he's also a delegate with the Long Island Fed of Labor, of which I serve with Patty. 6 years now, I've been involved in this contact sport called politics. And I've been working with Patty for those 6 years. And I got to tell you, I've never met a nicer man. Always got a great smile on his face. Always working so hard. Always working to protect his members. And it's been a real pleasure working with him. And I consider the man my brother from another mother, Patty Giudice.
What do you say after an introduction like that, right, guys? I just have a couple of prepared remarks. I'm really grateful to be in the company of my fellow honorees, both Assemblywoman Szilagyi and Fred Growington, two great leaders out there in the community today. Work tirelessly to make a difference in the lives of our fellow Long Islanders. Can you hear me with this? Yeah. What? It's truly an honor to receive this acknowledgement from the Working Families Party. And I want to thank my good friends Michelle Lynch and Mike Gendron for all the hard work that they did. I'm proud to have worked with them in the labor movement. I also want to acknowledge my business manager, Don Daly. Okay? Without his support and friendship, I wouldn't be here today. Also in the room with me tonight, who's privately introduced, Ellen Redmond, who's an international representative of the IBEW. And I have to tell you, one of our best political people out there. She's all over the state. She's been selected by our President Ed Hill to do a job that's very difficult. Takes her away from her house, but she's out there doing God's work, the way I like to put it. Also with me, my associates, business representatives Ron Bauer and Mike Whalen, as well as the leader of our Young Workers Caucus, who we're very proud of. We have been participating with the AFL-CIO's Next Up program to introduce younger workers into the labor movement and make future leaders out of them. So Steve, I want to give you a quick shout out on that. And I don't want to forget my friend Jim Highland, who's over here taking pictures. Everybody in the room knows Jimmy. It's really humbling for me to stand in front of all of you and accept the Bill Pickering Award. Bill was a friend of mine, and words really can't describe how I'm feeling right now receiving this award. Bill was a true activist, and he demonstrated leadership through strength and determination and integrity. I really learned a lot of my trade craft from some of the great labor union leaders in our community, but I was even more fortunate to be able to receive inspiration from a great union leader like Bill Pickering. Bill was my friend and a fellow union activist. He was always generous with his time within the labor movement. All of us in the Long Island labor community knew that Bill was just a phone call away. I remember supporting Bill back when he first became president of the UAW, Local 259. And there were strikes at both Toyota and King O'Rourke Cadillac. and he was a strong zealot for his people. I have to tell you guys, he's one of the few real class acts that we had in the labor movement. And I want to thank you all for allowing me to be able to receive this tribute to his legacy. Important for me also is the Working Families Party. You know, Bill was a strong advocate for the Working Families Party, and it was one of the first co-chairs way back in the mid-90s. And he used to always talk to us about the importance of having a party that really looked out for the rights of working people and labor unions. A group that we could look to all the time. And Working Families Party's been out there doing that, doing their job. You know, we've been looking to pass legislation in New York State Legislature that would strengthen existing law when it comes to moving call center workers off Long Island. Give workers a right, you know, to keep their jobs here on the island, and give the public the opportunity to speak on that behalf, so people can have a voice on whether or not jobs are going to remain on Long Island. Well, that legislation's passed the Senate, and now we're into the Assembly now. I look to our leadership of Assemblywoman Szilagyi, Assemblywoman Schimel, and Assemblywoman Levine, that this bill, when it gets on the Assembly floor next week, take a hard look at it. This gives us the opportunity to be able to have jobs stay right here on the island. So that's important, and we'll talk about that in the future. Once again, I want to thank you guys. It means a lot to me. I don't know what more to say. I'm kind of a little tongue-tied for words, you know, just being able to express my thoughts on Bill and the importance of remaining strong to the movement, remaining strong to our commitments. You know, people depend on what we do, whether we're an elected leader, whether we're a union leader, whether we're a community activist or a community organizer. We have to keep up the fight, keep the faith. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day.